overshot the kiddie pool by like 50 meters.
Hey Prophets, welcome back to the channel. As you can see by the title and thumbnail, today we'll be talking about a personal favorite show of mine called Stoked. My first time watching Stoked was back when I was about 9 or 10 years old. I don't know what it was about the show, but I always loved watching it as a kid. I couldn't wait to watch it whenever it was on. I always preferred it as opposed to other shows that were on at the time like it, for example, 16 or Total Drama Island. It has catchy music, funny jokes, and a memorable cast. In this video, we'll cover the show's origins, its characters, the humor, the themes, and why it's worth revisiting today. Stoked is a Canadian animated series produced by Fresh TV that premiered on Teletoon from June 25th, 2009 to January 26, 2013. The series was created by Jennifer Perch and Tom McGillis, who also created 16 and the Total Drama series. Jennifer Perch and Tom McGillis created Stoked to show the excitement and freedom of summer at the beach. From what I read, they were inspired by surfing culture, teen summer employment, and the balance of work, play, and friendship. The show combines comedy with the fun of an unending summer trip. Stoked, like 16 and Total Drama Island, focused on teen life, humor, and friendships, but it stood out with a beach setting and an emphasis on surfing. While 16 followed kids working at a mall and Total Drama Island mocked reality television, Stoked focused on the excitement of summer jobs, adventure, and laid-back coastal vibes. It had a more casual tone than the competition-driven Total Drama, but it still contained stylized animation and funny dialogue.
That fork just fell from a plane. It's a sign.
That's not cool, bro.
Forks fall from the sky.
Stoked used a few of the same voice actors as 16 and Total Drama Island, notably Christian Farley, who voices Emma in 16, Bridget in Total Drama, and Lo in Stoked. Animating the ocean and surfing scenes was difficult in terms of production because water movement has to be flowing while remaining consistent with the show's 2D animation style. Despite good reviews, Stoked only lasted 2 seasons due to lower ratings than its sister shows, making it a cult favorite rather than a popular success. Stoked has 6 major characters and all of them have distinct personalities and contribute differently to the group. Finn McLeod is fiercely independent, competitive, and full of surf terminology, whereas Reef, real name Leslie, is an over-the-top, trouble-prone surfer who is easily distracted, especially by girls. Broseph, the laid-back new bellhop with a Caribbean accent, may not be the best worker, but he's an accomplished surfer who loves a relaxed lifestyle. Lo starts off as a privileged, affluent girl, but is forced to work as a server to demonstrate her responsibility, eventually bonding with Finn and Emma as housemates. Emma is a nice, clumsy beginner to surfing who is constantly willing to help others even if it means getting herself in trouble. Throughout the series, the group's bonds develop as they manage summer jobs, beach life, and personal issues. Finn and Reef have a love-hate relationship marked by competition and romantic tension, whereas Broseph is the laid-back friend who preserves the peace. Lo initially struggles to adjust to working life, but as she grows closer to Emma and Finn, she realizes the value of friendship beyond money. Despite her lack of surfing skills though, Emma gets encouragement from her friends, particularly Finn, who help her develop as a surfer. Throughout the summer, the 6 share comical moments, surf adventures, and job misadventures, building a tight-knit gang. Stoked is one of those shows that feels like it was plucked straight out of my most chaotic summer memory. You know, the kind where everything that could go wrong does go wrong, but somehow it's still the best time ever. The show thrives on absurd, over-the-top humor that feels like it was written by someone who's definitely been wiped out by a wave or two in their life.
The Stoke must die! After a quick surf. You in, bro?
Oh, full on, bro.
I mean, who hasn't had a moment where they felt like Reef, desperately trying to impress someone or avoid work, only for it to blow up in their face in the most ridiculous way possible? It's like the show took all those cringeworthy laugh so you don't cry moments from my teenage years and cranked them up to 11. The characters are what really makes Stoke shine for me. Johnny, the front desk guy, and his hilarious, terrible inventions. I swear, I've met someone like that in real life. There was this one summer where I worked at a mini golf course, and my coworker tried to make a ball return system out of duct tape and a shopping cart. It lasted about 5 minutes before it collapsed, and we went the rest of the day laughing about it. That's the kind of energy Stoked captured so perfectly. Those moments of pure, unhinged creativity that somehow make everything worse. And Reef's schemes? Oh man, they remind me of the time I tried to convince my boss I was too busy to clean the bathrooms by pretending to reorganize the lost and found bin. Spoiler alert, it didn't work. The slapstick humor is another layer of brilliance. Watching characters get absolutely destroyed by waves or caught in humiliating pranks is like reliving every time I've ever tripped in public or spilled a drink on myself. It's painful, but you can't help but laugh. And the resort's absurd policies, they hit way too close to home. I once had a manager who insisted we sing a jingle every time someone got a hole-in-one. It was mortifying. But looking back, it's one of those stories I tell at parties because it's just so ridiculous. The animation style is the cherry on top. The bright colors and the fluid movements make the tropical setting feel alive, and the exaggerated expressions are pure gold. I remember watching the surfing sequences and being blown away by how smooth they were. It's like the animators knew exactly how to make wipeouts look both painful and hilarious. The way the characters freak out over the smallest things or celebrate the most minor victories, it's so relatable. It's like the show is saying, yeah, life's a mess, but isn't it kind of fun? Compared to other animated shows of the time, Stoked always felt like the chill older sibling. It wasn't as intense as Total Drama Island or as surreal as Flapjack or Chowder. Instead, it struck this perfect balance between character-driven humor and workplace absurdity. It's the kind of show you can throw on after a long day and just vibe with, like hanging out with an old friend who knows how to make you laugh. Ultimately, Stoked is an underrated gem that captures the chaos of summer jobs in the most ridiculous way possible. It's a love letter to those terrible, hilarious, sun-soaked days where nothing goes right, but you wouldn't trade them for anything in the world. Watching it now feels like flipping through a scrapbook of my own summer misadventures, and I can't help but smile. If you've ever worked a terrible summer job, Stoked is like a warm hug or maybe a friendly shove into the deep end of nostalgia. Either way, it's a ride worth taking. Stoked is more than just a comedy about teens working at a beach resort. It's a heartfelt exploration of friendship, self-discovery, and chasing your dreams. The show's characters, despite their constant bickering and ridiculous antics, form a tight-knit bond that feels nothing short of authentic. Reef's journey from slacker to someone who stands up for his friends, Emma's struggle to balance her emotions with her insecurities, and even Brosif's clueless but endearing optimism all reflect the messy, relatable process of growing up. The show captures the chaos of adolescence while reminding us that even in the most absurd situations, there's room for growth, connection, and a little bit of heart. What makes Stoked timeless is its ability to balance over-the-top humor with genuine emotional moments. 1 minute you're laughing at Lo's pranks or Johnny's disastrous inventions, and next you're hit with a scene where the characters open up about their fears or dreams. This blend of comedy and sincerity resonates deeply with viewers. As one fan put it, this show got me through high school. It felt like hanging out with friends who understood how weird and awkward growing up could be. Another shared, rewatching it as an adult reminded me to laugh at the chaos and keep chasing my dreams no matter how ridiculous they seem. Stoked endures because it captures the universal truths of adolescence. Its messiness, its humor, and its heart, making it a nostalgic comfort for anyone who's ever navigated the chaos of growing up. Stoked's cancellation after 2 seasons left many fans, including myself, wondering what went wrong. While the show had a dedicated fan base, it likely struggled to stand out in a crowded animated landscape, dominated by heavy lifters like Total Drama Island and Adventure Time. Lack of marketing and promotion didn't help either. Compared to its sister shows, Stoked often felt like it was flying under the radar. The show's laid-back vibe and focus on character-driven humor might have also made it harder to attract the same level of attention as more high-stakes or surreal series. Still though, its cancellation felt premature, especially given its unique charm and relatable themes. Fans were understandably disappointed when the show ended. Social media at the time was filled with comments from viewers expressing their frustration and sadness. Many felt that Stoked had so much more potential, with unresolved storylines like Reef and Emma's will they won't they dynamic, Finn's mysterious backstory, and the possibility of seeing the characters grow even further in their roles at the resort. Potential third season could have explored deeper relationships, introduced new challenges, or even given us a proper conclusion to some of the show's running gags and character arcs. Instead, we were left with a sense of what could have been. When Stoked ended, I remember feeling a mix of disappointment and nostalgia. It was one of those shows that felt like a hidden gem, and losing it left a void. That's when I turned to Total Drama Island, another show with a similar blend of humor and drama, but with a more competitive edge. While I loved TDI, I didn't quite capture the same laid-back, sun-soaked charm of Stoked. Still, it became a way to fill the gap. Even if it couldn't fully replace the unique vibe of the show that felt like a summer job with friends, to this day, I think about what Stoked could have been if it had gotten a chance to shine just a little bit longer. Despite its cancellation though, Stoked has cultivated a devoted cult following that keeps its spirit alive through fan art, memes, and social media posts. Platforms like Twitter, Tumblr, and Instagram are filled with creative tributes to the show, from hilarious edits of Johnny's failed inventions to heartfelt comics exploring what could have been, what could have happened in a third season. Fans have even created their own running gags and inside jokes, like imagining Reef's latest doom scheme or Lowe's most epic prank. This online community has turned Stoked into more than just a show. It's a shared experience, a place where fans can relive the chaos and camaraderie of the resort and keep the laughter going long after the final episode aired. Stoked is absolutely worth revisiting today, not just for its timeless humor and relatable characters, but for its escapist beach setting that feels like a mini vacation. The show's blend of slapstick comedy, heartfelt moments, and sun-soaked aesthetic makes it perfect for a comfort watch, especially for anyone who's ever endured a terrible summer job or dreamed of living by the ocean. For me, Stoked holds a special place in my heart because it captures the messy, hilarious, and unforgettable moments of adolescence in a way that feels both nostalgic and timeless. It's a reminder to laugh at life's chaos, cherish your friends, and maybe, just maybe, try to avoid getting wiped out by a wave. To recap, Stoked is a hilarious and heartfelt show about a group of teens working at a beach resort, blending absurd humor with relatable themes of friendship, self-discovery, and chasing your dream. We talked about how the show's unique charm, from its slapstick comedy to its sun-soaked aesthetic, has earned it a dedicated cult following. Fans keep the spirit alive through fan art, memes, and social media posts, proving that Stoked is more than just a show, it's a shared experience. I also shared why it holds a special place in my heart, and it's the perfect comfort watch for anyone looking to escape into a world of chaos, laughter, and good vibes. Now I want to hear from you. What are your favorite Stoke memories? Did you love Reef's schemes, Johnny's inventions, or Lowe's pranks? Let me know in the comments below. And if you're looking for more underrated shows to check out, I recommend My Gym Partner is a Monkey or Martin Mystery. They've got the same mix of humor and heart. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you never miss my next video. Thanks for watching, and until next time, keep riding the wave.